Okay, well, we're going to try and feed the Encyocrotella olivacea, the black and gold baboon or black and olive baboon. Um, I didn't print. Oh yeah, it is. There it is. It is on there. Tanzanian black and gold. That's what I thought. Tanzanian black and gold baboon. So I did print it on my label there. I just didn't look at it. She's back in her little tube back there. They are an arboreal species that will act terrestrial at times. So they will climb and they will live in trees and they will live down low. And she is kind of 50-50. If I had a taller enclosure with a taller cork tube, she would live in that cork tube no different than she lives in this one. Her next enclosure will be taller. Most likely something like this 12 by 12 that I have for the GBB, the female GBB. Quite honestly, I mean, I really adore my GBBs, but I quite honestly would prefer if I had her in this 12 by 12 instead of the GBB, because I could utilize the height better with the E. olivacea than I would with the GBB. So, not that I'm going to move her out of here at all, but you know, in the future, that's probably going to be the idea with this species. This particular spider itself will probably get a tall enclosure similar to that one. Most likely either pre-made acrylic or you know, one of these Hobby Lobby enclosures. I may be able to utilize something like that for her. She's a suspected female. I'm not 100% positive. It looked like the uterus externus was starting to show a little bit, but again, the molt was still kind of small, and I didn't grab the microscope to do it. So just based on what I saw, I think it's a female, but until, you know, we get another molt or two into the spider, we won't be able to tell, because they don't have spermaticae, just a uterus externus, so you can't look for that normal, you know, whatever you want to call the bunny ears or the socks, or, you know, the deflated balloons, whatever you want to call the, you know, the shape of spermaticae of certain tarantulas. Anyway, I want to thank everybody again for the reception of the last video, the tarantula tag. Dave will have his video out relatively quickly, and then again, it'll just progress like a chain all the way down through most of the tarantula YouTube people. The community is very receptive. We're getting, again, new members to the YouTube community Facebook group. Again, these are for people that have YouTube channels. We're getting a couple of them, you know, a week now. I think we got 5 or 6 new people that just joined, people that I've watched their videos of or I'm subscribed to, so it's not like anybody that's new. But this will give you guys an opportunity. Again, when we do this tarantula tag, you'll be able to go and find channels that you may not know about. Some are startup channels, some are new. You know, Tarantula Cat hasn't been doing videos very long, so, you know, she's a startup. And a handful of other people that are just starting channels, or, you know, they may have had a channel for a year, but they haven't really put a lot of videos out. And now this is kind of exciting. A bunch of people, you know, there's a lot of people that have been out of doing videos for a while. There, she's poking out there. Like Jay Adams, he changed his name, I think, to Bluegrass Inverts. He stopped doing videos for a little while. He started doing videos again. Dave Scott's gonna be doing videos again. You know, we got a bunch of people involved. You guys will be able to look forward to Tom Moran, Tarantula Dan, Marilyn Moore, Casey Tarantulas, Exotics Lair. Petco's going to do something interesting soon from the Dark Den. He's also involved in the group. Andrew's Tarantulas, Moss Tarantulas, got Jeepers Creepers. There's just so many, I can't remember them all. And then Edward Tyndale. We have a couple that are more reptile based, but do have tarantulas too. She may actually get that cricket. She like comes up. She's up there. You can barely see the tips of her toes there. She's waiting. She's lazy. She's going to be a lazy baboon today and wait for that thing to crawl over top of her webbing there. There she comes. She's just so pretty. I honestly would like to pick up another one or two of these to be. There we go. Now we'll do our Pennywise and go back down into our little area. I gave her 2 crickets because they weren't very big. The last time I fed her, she had a large cricket, so I gave her, these are kind of medium-sized ones, so there's a second one in there that she'll grab when she feels the necessity to. You can see it right there on the right side. It might crawl up there and she may grab it then. These are very, very fast species, and they can be quite defensive, especially when they're in pre-molt. She is much more agitated when she is in pre-molt. She'll be reclusive, but if you try to feed her, will she take that one? Nope. We're going to take this one down. She may take that one down there and store it, come back and get the other one. And there she goes. She gets very, very defensive when she's in pre-molt. Now she'll get reclusive, like I said, so you won't really see her. But if I try to feed her, and because she's hard to tell when she's in pre-molt, really. The only way that I've found to tell for sure when she's in pre-molt is if I feed her, and she either threat postures or just strikes at the prey, or she does that for a while and then she'll kill it and then she'll drag it to the opposite end of the enclosure and leave it and then go back to her burrow. Or in this case here, before she didn't have anything vertical, she just had a area that she kind of dug out just a little bit and lived underneath some debris. But yeah, she's probably one of my very, very favorite spiders. And I'd love to have a couple more of these, and that may be something I explore with Ruth at Buffalo. If she still has any of these or not, I'm not really quite sure. I was going to get a couple more from Fear Not Tarantulas. I don't know if Tanya has any more or not, but yeah, this would be something I wouldn't mind adding a few more to my collection. It does look like I'm going to go ahead and get those 2 Asian forest scorpions to Peyton. She was interested. It may take her a couple weeks, but she's interested, so I'm going to get those sent off to her. And again, thanks for the response for last video was actually really, really good. I got a lot of private messages, a lot of really, really good feedback on our new group, and then a lot of really good feedback there on the actual video. So what my plan going forward is, because I didn't want to get in front of the camera because I felt that I would be kind of, awkward and not sure what I was doing. And I really didn't script anything there. I did redo the second segment because I sneezed and then I forgot what I was talking about. So I did redo the second segment. Let's see if she'll come and get this one now. But it was nowhere near as bad as I expected it to be. It was actually pretty natural, and that's kind of what everybody was saying, is that it seems like I was in front of the camera the whole entire time. So what my plan going forward is, depending on what the video is, I'm going to try and do kind of what Tom Moran does, and what Dave Scott's done, where you'll see my intro, because that'll be in every video, and thank you to Kat from Tarantula Cat. She's the one that did that. I did the video, I sent it to her, and she added the music and then the text to it, because she did it on iMovie. I have a Samsung. I don't know how to do that stuff. So I utilize her and Mike Farless. They're much younger, and they are much more tech savvy than I am. So that's another good part about our group, is that we'll be able to, people will be able to help people do stuff like that. That cricket that was a pretty big jump. Help people do intros and outros and stuff like that, and give us advice. And because of all the feedback, what I want to do is, you'll see my intro every video, and then you may see me either in the beginning of the video explaining what the video is going to be about, maybe some of the struggles I had filming everything that's in the video, and then at the end I may do an outro where I'll kind of recap everything real quick. And that seems to be, you know, it's very highly received for, you know, Tom Moran, since he started getting in front of the camera. It has made the videos more personal, you know, to be honest with you. I mean, seeing who you're listening to sometimes actually, I don't know, you know, I mean, it's more personal to me, and I never really felt that way with me personally, because I didn't think anybody would want to see me in front of the video anyway. But so that's what I'm going to probably do from here on out. Again, there may be some videos where I'm not in front of the camera at all, but I may try and do a little bit of that there, so that it is a little bit more personal and you guys do know who you're talking to. And then, you know, when I go to Buffalo, you guys will know who you're looking for if you want to come and see me. I'll let everybody know when I'm going to be there, and we're going to try and do a expo video there. I'm going to learn this GoPro if it kills me. My daughter's got a GoPro too, so we both can film different things. And then she actually is very good at doing videography, and she has an iPhone, so she can do all that stuff through iMovie, send it to me, and then I can upload it that way. So yeah, so look forward to that. That's not till May, but what I wanted to do is ask you guys a question, and I know, you know, where the names for the Brachypelma boehmia have been flowing in. I haven't decided yet. I have a few that I really like, so I'm going to pick one of them, and then that's what it's going to be. But I do have other spiders that need to be named, quite a few actually. Some I never really attempted, like, I don't think, other than my Chilobrachys huahini, I don't think I named any of my Chilobrachy species at all. Because they're buried all the time. I don't see them, so that you don't get that personality, you know. But I do have a couple Brachypelmas that need to be named. I did not name, only one of my Baumgartenis has a name. My two little Brachypelma albiceps do not have names. What else we got going on? The Schroederi. I don't believe I named the Schroederi, but I'm thinking I'm going to call that one Shadow. Because I'm just going to recycle a name. I'll explain all that another time. Because there's some names that I really, really like and I use for a spider, and then either the spider dies or the spider gets sold or traded, and then I want to utilize that name again because I really, really like it. But Shadow, Ghost, those are kind of favorite names of mine. Generally, when one of my spiders is named that and they go away, and I want to use it again. So yeah, yeah, what I'd like for you guys to do here in this video, if you don't mind, I'd like to do an informational video on maybe a myth. You know, whether it be tarantulas drowning in water bowls, the use of sponges, the necessity of maybe putting rocks in water dishes, humidity, substrate types, or, you know, how close to nature do we really need to have them kept at? You know, some of them will be opinion based on my part, because there's things that I believe that other people don't believe. You know, you get 50-50 in some of these things where people are on the fence, or, you know, half of them are on this side and the other half are on this side, especially with handling, humidity, what we in situ, which would be, you know, where they actually come from, and then seeing what they look like there. Do we really need to completely replicate that in our collection? You know, do we need to have that same exact setup from nature as we do in our own collection? And my answer is no. And, you know, if you want that kind of video, I'll explain myself why I don't believe that. So please, you know, leave down below some suggestions on some informational videos or myths that you'd like to have some questions on. I do want to get back into these, you know, tarantula spotlight videos, and I actually plan on doing one of those later tonight, probably with the Brachypelma hamori, maybe, because there's so much information with that name change that it's still somewhat confusing. I'd have to go back and reread all the papers. So yeah, if that's what you guys want to do, let me know. And then let me know about being in front of the camera, if that's what you guys want, or if you don't want. I know I said I didn't want it to be about me, but people seem to think that it's better that way. So we'll talk to you guys all later, and have a great day.